Skip it up and that up. Imagine there was a piece of technology that allowed you to block ads even in the real world. Say you were walking around Times Square in New York City and didn't want to see any of the ads and want them all blurred out. Well, a group of dudes just made that a reality, or are starting to make it a reality. Here is their video showing off their new piece of tech called Brand Killer. Take a look.
Hi, we created a real-world ad block to blur ads in the environment. We accomplished this by constructing a head-mounted display using a camera, goggles, a custom-built cardboard housing, and a 7-inch display.
In order to do this, we used OpenCV and Python. We used SIFT, brute force feature detection to match objects in each frame against a database of advertisements and logos. We used this real-time detection to apply a blur to the object, hiding and effectively blocking the ad from the wearer's point of view. This technology can be extended and slimmed down in the future.
Okay, so the technology's cool. The fact that you could wear goggles, granted they're very rudimentary and big and bulky, and I'm sure that they're going to try to slim them down. The fact that you could wear that thing portably and it has the tech in it to detect an ad and blur it out, it's cool tech and it's interesting to see. But I don't see where it's going to appeal to people. Now, when it comes to ad block for computers to block ads on websites, you know my take on it. Even if I wasn't doing YouTube, I don't mind the ads, and I disagree with the software because here's the reality of it. People need to get paid. People need to pay their bills. And if it wasn't for the ads, we would be paying monthly subscriptions for every website we wanted to visit. It's what it is. I've talked about that before, and I've beaten that horse to death. But I understand why people want ad block on their PC, because to them it's an inconvenience if there's an ad they can't skip, or if there's a big intrusive ad on a website that doesn't allow them to, it gets in the way of them, their viewing experience of the website. I understand the appeal of ad block. This, I don't really see the appeal of. It's not like when you're in Times Square and you're looking at an ad, they force you to watch the ad for 30 seconds before you could cross the road. It's just they're there. You could choose to look at the ad or you could choose not to look at the ad. Doesn't matter if there's a billion ads around you. All you're going to do is glance at them at worst and move on with your life. They don't get in the way. And imagine you were wearing this ad blocker or real life ad blocker in a place where there's a billion ads around you, your vision would be blurry everywhere. So I kind of just don't understand. There's no real benefit to the consumer by having this thing, by blocking the ads in real life. They're not gaining anything from it. Some may say, you're blocking out all the brainwashing corporations are trying to do, but that's a whole other video. But anyway, I don't know. I don't see this being any more as a novelty. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it'll take off, but I think it's going to be a tough sell to convince people what they'll benefit from by having this device in their head that would block ads in the real world and make them not be able to see them. So what the hell is your take on this? I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Again, I may not be able to reply to every single comment out there, but I do read them. Would you wear a device like this Brand Killer device that would block or blur out ads in the real world? Do you see a benefit to it? I personally don't, but maybe you do. Leave your thoughts in the description below. And a side note, hopefully Dying Light is a hell of a lot better than this game, Dead Island, because I just started playing this again and realized this game is boring as hell. Dying Light, please don't disappoint me. Have a good one, folks.